Okay, hi everyone. I'm sorry I didn't notice your comments because I was really focused on my artworks. Because this tiny mistake cannot be recreated, so I was like afraid to ruin it. But so, hi, this is the part 2, and if you also want to know that how did I like drew this all the base, then you can go to the part 1 and watch it. It is officially on my channel. So here I am using a compass because the highlight is very small and I am using it to give the highlights. As soon as you give the highlights, your whole drawing will start like glowing. I'm not a very expert artist, but I can still say that highlights and the white color is the basic life to any artwork. Given an highlight will like automatically make your drawing look very professional, so I'll always advise to give highlights. Just like this. I have practiced a lot of it, that's why I can do it fast. But if you all are trying or it is your first to, like a beginner's level, then you should do it slow or else it might get ruined. Like this, you can see that the highlight is shining the most. You can even see on the upper part I have drawn. Even if you will take a closer look at it, you will from far apart you will see that these are just normal lines, but what will happen if I give you a close-up of it? So see, if you get a close-up of it, these are very tiny dots that have reconnected to show a part of a jewelry. So this is where you can use the small parts of the highlights to level up your artworks automatically. So let's continue with the last layer of this dress. Here I am using a pencil color for the base layer so that the markers work over them very smoothly. People often use markers first and then use pencil colors to layer over them, but you don't have to do that. You have to use the pencil colors first to give the effect like me. You have to keep your pressure extremely light so that you don't tear the paper, and in pencil colors there is no way that will like be very easy to do. You have to like apply a continuous lots of layers to get the result you want, and that requires consistency and a lot of patience. So those who can do it, I have a huge respect for them. I have gone according to the layers. This is the darkest layer, this is the medium layer, and this is the lightest layer. So I am using my most lightest color of green shade so that it works more easily. Over this, yes, I'm going to use markers, but in a bit different way. So you all have to watch till the end to know that how to actually do it. Then we will move on to the tiny details that can like suddenly give a huge difference to your artworks. Here at first you are going to see that there are a lots of frills in a dress that gives a completely new effect. So to add those frills, I am going extreme dark on one side and leaving highlight on the other side. This is exactly how it is done. So you guys can see I'm doing it like this, layer by layer. I don't usually give drawing tutorials, but on my live stream, I don't know what to do, so I'm just telling that how to actually do it. A lot of people mistaken that in pencil color, you have to give it your all, like scribble your pencil on the paper like this. But it is just going to make the things worse. So you don't have to do it actually. It can ruin the things. And make sure that your pencil is never blunt. It should stay sharp every time you draw. If a pencil is blunt, it will not give a premium effect or a pro level look. Even though my drawings are like not like Picasso or any great artist, but still they are like a teaching level, a good teaching level. But then everyone's a school art teachers. I know that. Okay, I have slowly started to finish this, and I'm actually doing a bit of speed up of it because I don't want to get late and I want to finish it quick. And here is what the first layer looks like. Here I have applied multiple layers so that it can look like this glossy effect, but here I cannot apply multiple layers because I have to keep it the lightest shade, you know. So I'm going to keep this shade dark. So we are going to do like a little bit of hard work, I'm sorry, hard work here. Why did I say hard work? Anyways, so here you all can see this is the second layer of the green color. Oh, thank you so much for your appreciation. I'm reading all the comments. They motivate me a lot. Your drawing's so good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So here you can see that right now I am applying the second layer and we are going to try to blend it. Usually in pencil colors, if you want to blend anything, you actually don't just keep blending it by one stroke. You actually first do it in one direction like this, then you go in the second direction. I'm telling for blending because some people asked me on my latest videos recently. Then this is the blending in different direction. Then I'm doing the blending in the straight direction. I just basically want to tell that if you have to blend them smoothly, you have to move your pencil in every single direction. And if you repeat this process again and again, you can get a perfect blending. I'm so late. No, it's totally fine because if you watch even 5 minutes you will learn a lot. It's totally fine. Don't worry. It's not that late. So let's continue right now. Here you can see that I am slowly applying a lots of layers to this dress so that it looks like more 3D and way more accurate to draw. I am leaving the highlights so that it can shine at the end. You don't have to color for the highlights, you have to leave the space blank. Never forget to give highlights because this suddenly give a very much glowing effect in your drawings. In this way you can see that I am keeping the things up and it requires a lot of patience as I told earlier, and right now it is looking like this, but now we are going to use markers over it. I'm using the lightest shade of green that I have because this is the last layer which have to be the lightest in the shade. So I'm not just going to like completely fill this. I'm going to do it layer wise layer so that nothing gets changed. Okay. So here you can see from the corner I have applied only a very little touch of green, and then I'm using a blending brush. You will find it in the DOMS kit if you have one, and if you don't, you can use any marker or sketch. So if it's V sharpened, we will still get difference, or sharpened one is better. Okay, so if you are asking about the pencils, using a sharp pencil is always better, because if you will use a sharp pencil, you will get a more refined and a much better level of artworks compared to the like blunt pencils. So I will definitely say that you should use sharp pencils instead of blunt pencils. Oh, okay, you're very welcome. I'm glad that I could help you to learn more. I actually don't give tutorials on my channel, but on my live stream, I explain pretty much. If you all want, then I will upload any kind of long videos so that it can help more. I usually don't upload long videos because I'm very lazy to edit them. They literally take a lot of time to edit. So here you can see I am actually using markers so that it can be much faster, because if you will use markers you will have a faster effect, but if you don't have markers you can just like keep layering by pencils. I can even show you some of my artworks that I made only using pencil colors. When I started drawing, I started like using pencil shading, and pencil shading literally helped me a lot. If you want to like you are at least like a total beginner, then is that a watermarker or whatever it's called? Oh, okay. Well, it is not a necessary tool, but these are, how do I explain, brush pen. These are brush pen from DOMS. You can find them on any normal or local shop. And if you still want, I will like post the result of this drawing and also tag the items I used. And if you don't have these sketch, then you can just keep layering by pencils so that you get the same effect. Here right now this is a blending stump, you can say, and I even use pencil shading a lot of time. I will show you guys my recent sketchbook so that you can learn from it. So here you can see that I'm keep blending, but you don't have to press hard. If you will press hard, then the paper will get torn apart or it might even ruin the drawing. So you don't have to press hard and keep the pressure extremely light. So now if you will notice here, there are some very tiny details like these small, like you can say a part of the jewelry that are normally on like designer dresses. So we are going to add them here also, and I know that it is like a little bit confusing that how do you add them. Look at my hands, they are full of like color right now, but this is going to be worth it. So I'm going to let it dry first for now. Right now I am using a black. If you don't have black, looks like I really don't. I think I just kept it somewhere I can't find. Alright. We can even use green or dark green or even black. We actually have to outline it. Basically, we don't have to. How do you get designers? Like, how can you draw beautiful designs in this? Oh, actually, this is not like my own design. I take a look. I just like saw a OC from Pinterest, and I like that OC, so I'm just drawing it. I just now recreating it in my little bit of own way, you can say, And about the I my tongue is just slipping about that how did I like draw these. I will tell you when I'm drawing these jewelries here. But if you are running late, then I can tell you that I'm using a compass. Yes, because I don't use like very tiny tools because they are very like expensive, and I don't even do so much detailing, so I don't use that tool. Girl, what? Oh, this is the color. This dress did it. This item. This is all the color. So I was telling you, Jisoo, that I am using a compass, and I'm just little by little dipping it in some white paint and then applying it. So if you're still confused, I will show you here. Oh my god, I spoke so much and I'm actually muted. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I didn't even notice. I am accidentally on mute. I'm so sorry. I was so careless and I was just speaking the whole time. Yeah, that's truly the lesson of the day for me. So here you can see I'm actually slowly layering it, but with not hard pressure. Now that you can see that like this is not like wet anymore, so I'm using it in this way. I'm slowly doing this work, but it can look like a speed up because in pencil color you actually have to keep a pace, or if you want, your process will get like extremely slow because pencil color artworks are very lengthy, but I still prefer them due to their extremely details. If you will use watercolors, they are like very easy to do, very vibrant, but I still prefer pencil color over watercolors because I don't know, maybe I find them much easier or accurate or satisfying, but I still prefer pencil colors over watercolors, but it's everyone's choice. I'm being dark on the first side, then I'm slowly removing my pressure to move on. And in this way, you can see that I am actually developing a lots of layer. In this live I am like creating only 4 to 5 layers, but if you will like notice any big or much detailed artwork, it contains 17 to 20 layers at least, because without a lots of layer, pencil colors won't give the premium effect that you want. I'm usually an anime artist, but whenever I want to draw, I just draw anything. I don't know why some people don't consider anime as art. Like, they think they're cartoons and it really makes me angry. But yeah, what can we even do? But anime is not art, it's an emotion. How do I tell to those people? Oh yeah, and the sketch I have created looks quite different from my, like the reference I chose. I can show you all the reference I actually choose, and that reference I'm going to show it to you all right now. This is the Pinterest reference I picked. So you can see it. Like, take a look at it. It's the darkest layer, light layer, and the lightest layer. I have tried to regenerate the same design, but it doesn't look like I was successful at all. But never mind, it still looks pretty nice. It will work. So now let's continue. Here you can see that I am done with adding my layers, and now I'm going to use marker over it to add some overlays. Being an artist is very difficult in the whole class. I'm like the only artist, and whenever there is any project to do, like you have to make a chart or you have to do some homework, the teacher always picks me up, and I'm always like, don't I have some of my own stuff to do at home? So being an artist is not easy. You should never say that. Being an artist is never easy. Instead, it is one of the most difficult thing in the world. You have to be very patient. So here you all can see that I am like keeping my pace to do it, and now I'm getting very aggressive because it's already been quite long. This live has already been like 30 minutes, and the previous live was like 40 minutes, I think. But let's still see. Okay, so looks like a lot of you have already left, but it's alright. I'll still teach. Maybe it will be helpful to someone. So here I am using now how do I tell it? It's a blending brush that comes in every DOMS kit, and it will help you to blend more smoothly, and it is usually used to blend only markers that they give. But I am like very naughty, so I am using it to blend even my pencil colors, because blending pencil colors is very easy. But when you are using two colors, if you are using only one color, you will have to layer a lot with the white color, and white pencil color is very precious to me, and it always gets finished very fast, so I don't use it at all, or use it in very specific cases like extreme details that really need some of the help of it. Now you will see that I am just applying a very thin layer of the green color right here. You can still see it is quite lighter than this one, but at least it is like working. I'm sorry. So here I have used the colors like this to add that brushy smooth smudge feeling. I have completely darkened this place as I thought it will be a better idea, and looks like yes it is. Okay, so looks like that nobody is commenting now. Alright, that's quite a lot of questions for me to answer. Okay, so here we are blending it again like this in a row and a sequence. If you keep blending like this, it will improve a lot. You can sometimes find blending annoying, but it is not that much annoying. You can just do it easily. But just remember that you are not going to tear that paper. So here you can see the difference between not blending properly and blending properly. The difference is quite huge, right? So we are going to continue it in this way, and you can see I am not applying a lot of color at once, because if it dried off faster, then it will get very difficult to blend it, and I don't want that. like it just happened right now. It is very difficult to blend because it took me time. So we have to work faster. So now I think my tongue is really slipping now. So now you can see how fast I am doing this all. And now we are doing it this way. Now adding another light layer and then again doing it furiously. Yes, like this. Yes, you have to do it in this way. Does it look bad? And now I am applying another layer of light green here. Like this. So we have continued doing it. And you can see that how it is changing its look. I am actually like, it's my first time trying to do with markers, but I'm still like taking markers as watercolors so that it gets easy. Because if you will think that something is very hard to do, it really will become hard if it's not for you to think, because it all matters on how you think. If you will think that no, it is very easy, it will actually become easy. So now you can see that how the third layer is also completed in this part of this live. So you all are seeing this clearly? Okay, so now let me tell you about how I added those other details. Now I'm gonna show that how I added the other details. I actually just told that I earlier used a compass. Oh wait, the lower frills, they are actually still left. We have to complete them first. I have first cleared the background in a total way, and now I'm going to fill this. So to fill this, I am using green, but not this one, because here I have to show a lot of shadows. In this part I'll have to show shadows, so I am going to use a darker shade of green here, and a blending brush, of course. This is my most used brush till now. Now take a look. So now if you will take a very closer look, it isn't that difficult at all. My hands are like tiny shaking because I am like very scared that what if I ruined it in the end. That is truly horrifying me. So here you can see I am keeping it like a bit shaky so that it gives a look of the natural frills, because if you will make straight stiff lines, it won't give that natural effect that actually need that you actually need. The correct word is this. So now you all can see that how this blending brush works. It works really smoothly like this, but you still need to be like take your pressure light. Now from above you can take a look what it looks like. Now we are going to apply for the highlights, and here we have left this part accidentally. we are also going to complete it. To complete it, I'll show you what I'm doing. I am applying green from one side and then layering it from the other side. You can see it like this, or in some other way that you like, adding green from the other way so that it doesn't look as aesthetic like. So now here I'm going to show you something. From here you can see like this. I have done it this way. Perfect. So now we gotta color this part also. Like this, you can see it's one of the very easiest part of it. You just have to brush your paint brush against it, and here we have also completed this part now, but this looks a bit empty, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So now we are going to add some tiny details inside it so that we can have a lot much better effect. So you all can see how I'm adding this effect. We don't outline at all, but when we have to add some kind of details, we will outline it for sure. But in a certain designs, like this, and it also shines from a distance. Okay, so now we gotta do it here. Now I'm gonna show you that how do I use this paint for adding some tiny details. Here I have expanded my compass and I'm using some paint inside it first. Here is my paint, dip, then a stroke. Okay, dip, and a stroke. In this way we are going to work. Dip. I know it sounds pretty childish, but I like to tease drawing in this way. So dip, dot, dip, stroke. Dip, dot, dip, stroke. Okay, we gotta add them here also. Dip, and strokes. Exactly like this. Is it easy? Here is the main task. Let's start here. Dip, dot, dot, 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 dip, dot, and dot, dip, dot, dot, dip, dot, and another dot. So in this way you can see I have worked. Now here I have added a small stroke of line for a little support, because here I want to show that there is a thread that is hanging this stuff, this designer stuff. So in this way we can show that. And now it is mostly completed. Dot, dot, and a stroke. We got to make this stroke longer, but my compass can't hold much paint. A compass isn't made to hold paint. Why am I like making it hold paint? So here dot, dot, line. मैंने यहाँ पे से आप देख सकते हो कि मैंने ये रिफ्लेक्शन डालना अलग साइड से स्टार्ट कर दिया है, बट आप लोगों को उसी साइड से रखना है. And here you can see like this we are going to complete it. I am like in such a hurry because अब ये ख़त्म होने वाली है. अब मेरे से और वेट नहीं हो रहा फाइनल रिजल्ट देखने के लिए. So yes, let's again revise it. Dip and a stroke. Normal, dot, and a stroke, dot, and a stroke, dot, and a stroke, dot, and a stroke, like this. Dot, stroke, dot. I think my hand just froze. Alright, dot, 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 and stroke, dot, and stroke, dot, and stroke. Definitely like this. So now you all can see that this is completed. So now I think that's all for today's live, and I'm going to end it because it's been pretty long already. And now I'm going to show you the final artwork, and here it is, the final result. This side of is still wet. I'm going to complete it later, but this is the remaining work. So I hope that you guys like it. Thank you so much, and bye bye. Take care of yourself. Thank you.